Okay, so we've had quite a few people ask us how to get set up on the Say Something in Welsh 6 month Welsh Speaker course community, which we're hosting in Slack. So I'm going to try and do a walkthrough here for you, starting with the email that you'll get from Slack. This is after your confirmation email from us, and it should say Aaron Jones has invited you to join the Slack workspace. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this email now, and it will look like this. So you are looking for the Join Now button. And if you go ahead and click on the Join Now button, then it should open up in a new window for you. And I think I've then managed to switch to that new window. And it says Join the Slack Workspace 6 month Welsh Speaker course. So if you put your full name in here, and then choose the name you'd like to have displayed for you. So this will usually be a name that somebody calls you. It could be a nickname, but it's something that will help other people get to know who you are. So I'm going to go there. If you don't put something in the display name, then I think it will just show your full name. So I'm going to move on down from there. We need a password. So I'm going to just put any old nonsense in here for the time being. It's willing to accept that from me. And now we click over here on Next. And that takes us off into a user terms of service. Now you can scroll the whole way down here and read them all if you are a more determined person than I am, or you can just go ahead and click on I agree. So far, nobody has come around and said that we've signed our children away or anything like that with these user terms of services. So I've gone for I agree there. And I don't want you to save it. Thank you, Google. And that brings us into Slack. That's all you need to do. You are now in Slack and you are ready to start figuring out how to use it. So I strongly recommend that the first thing you do in here is go ahead and click on Explore Slack. This is Slack's own process for showing you what goes on. So if we click on that, then we get an initial tip, which went away immediately. I think I clicked something there. But we're in a special channel here with the Slack bot, which is a little automated thing. Now, if you go ahead and click down in here, you see you've got the cursor flashing in there, and just type anything in there and then hit the return key. So I haven't clicked on this plus sign here, because if you click on the plus sign, you get some different options, which it doesn't want you to use at the moment. So I've actually typed in the field here, type anything, hit enter, and there we go. And the Slack bot is saying how happy it is to meet me. So it then explains that messaging happens in channels, and that's the core of what we're going to be doing. You need to get used to seeing these channels over here and getting in and out of them and finding new ones for you. So we'll go on to next tip there. You also can send direct messages. You click on an individual's name. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And it then takes us off the Slack bot and shows us how to drill down into a few more pieces of information here. So we've got message formatting, how to join channels. I'll do that again in a moment. Your profile photo. Now, a lot of people are not putting profile photos in. And then you get this kind of sort of colorful square, which is kind of hard to distinguish. So I strongly recommend that you go ahead and stick a profile photo in. So we'll be clicking on that. And that tells us what to do and how to do it. I'm on a desktop here, so I'm going to go and click Profile and Account, which is up here. I need to click on the name of the Slack up here in the left, and then I'll get this window pops up, and I can click on Profile and Account there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and that then opens up a panel over on the right-hand side here. And in here, finally, now I can click on Edit Profile. And that gives me the opportunity here now to change my profile photo. So I'm going to click where it says change your profile photo. That sends me off into a range of different photos. I'm going to choose this one of me and my son and click open there. So that then goes ahead and loads in its own sweet time. Oh, for heaven's sake, come on. There we are. And you can move it around and crop it. I'm going to try and just get that over there so it gets my face and the boy sitting up there and the dog trying to find a sheep to eat. And save profile photo. So I'm clicking on that now. And that then will go ahead and crop it automatically. And as soon as it's finished doing that, you can stick in what you do if you want to. I put help people practice Welsh. You could put something else interesting. Then you've got these options of status, phone number, time zone, Skype. And then somewhere down, hidden by this little thing we have here, I suspect there is in fact a click button. I'm going to see if typing enter does the trick. Typing enter, so just hitting enter did the trick. You can see I've now got the photo up and running. So in here where I said type anything earlier, you can see that is now much easier to distinguish than just the colorful boxes. So we've got you through your email, you've opened your account, you've added a picture, and now we want to see what happens when you actually start trying to talk to people. So the first thing we're going to do, I would like you to start by going to the Start Here channel. This is important. And if you start here, you will discover that you've got an introductory post which explains a fair bit about the channel. You can't actually post in this channel, but you can read the core information that we've got in here for you. So we've added you to a few channels to begin with: conversations, general questions, the group video sessions for the Thursday and other evening sessions, how are you doing, which is a chance just to let us know how it's all going. Random, where you can practice, play around as much as you like. So I'm gonna pop off into random over here, and I'm gonna now here. If you type on the plus here, you see these options come up: code or text snippet, a whole bunch of things, add a file, post, and some people are using that to post. Where you're really just sort of getting slightly led astray by the niceness of the green button. Do not use these to post. Just come on in, put the cursor in here where it says message, and I'm going to type testing something for a screencast and a little smiley face because I'm very fond of them. And there we are. That's gone in there. You've posted. That's all it takes to post. Now, if you want to send somebody a private message, like here's my main account up here. If you click on somebody's name, then you get a range of options, including direct messages. If you click on direct messages, you're off into a private channel with them, and that shows over here on the left under direct messages. This is just you and them and anybody else you add. You can click on, where is it now? I think maybe if you click on the plus sign for a direct message, you can then choose a number of people that you'd like in a group, and that can be a nice way to run sort of smaller meetup groups. There's a range of things you could be doing in there. But the other thing which is very important, when it's just one-to-one, you have a little video tool in here. You have a direct video camera. So this is a brilliant environment for you to hop on and do these little sort of 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute, test the water kind of things. If you go ahead and click on this phone, then you'll see, you should see, if I shift to the right tab, it wants permission to use my microphone. I need to use that. Alt-Shift-F. Not sure if it's letting me record this. And obviously I'm not answering that myself, so I'm going to come back in here. It opened in a different window. You've now got Aaron missed the call. But all you want to be doing, clicking on that, you'll then get a window opening up. I suspect just the video screencasting wouldn't let me record both of those. And you can have a direct video call with somebody. You don't need to go and find their Skype details. You don't need to hunt around for them somewhere else. You can do it all right here in Slack. So once you've had a look at Start Here, I think the nicest place for you to go then, apart from random where you can play around, is introduce yourself. introduce yourself. So we see we've got people introducing themselves in here, right, left, and center. It's a lovely way to break the ice and start to get to know other people on the course. And this is one of the most powerful things, because you've got so many people in this environment. You've got a very, very, very rich range of people you can get to know, and you can start having little tests with. Some of them will turn out to be people you get on well with, and then you can have longer practice sessions with them. So the last thing I want to do, and I will go ahead and do it in random because we get a fair amount of different stuff in there, is just show you how to see what events are going on. We've got an event calendar in every single one of the challenges. Challenges? Did I say channels? I mean. So all I do, I type / in there, and that shows you a range of things you can type in. And I'm going for events, and if I just hit enter here, then it will tell me, I hit enter a couple of times, that there aren't any events in here right now, but I could go ahead and create an event. So that would then let me do something like schedule a group call or a hangout or something like that. And that's the other one in here. If you just type / and hangout and then enter a couple of times, that will actually let you go ahead. It'll give you a link to start a new Google Plus Hangout in this channel. So you can just hop on and start a Google Hangout and see who's around to have a bit of a practice with, which I think is a stunning little piece of functionality. I'm not going to go ahead and do that now. I will do a screencast of how to get onto the official Google Hangouts, which I hope will help some people who I know who've been finding that a little bit of a headache. So that really, I think, is all I wanted to go through. I hope that shows you how to get going. Oh, the one final thing, you see these channels to begin with, but there are more channels. You can see here we've got week 0 before your course has actually officially started, week 1 for your first week. You'll need to be able to add yourself to week 2 and 3 and so on later on. The way in which you do that is to click over here on channels. You'll see a little tab come up saying browse all channels. We click on that, and it opens this window for us that shows us all the available channels that we can go and find and join. So I'm going to choose Hangouts in here. All I do is click on that anywhere in there. That shows me the channel, and it gives me an option to join the channel or to see more details about it. I'm going to click on Join Channel. And there we are. That's all it takes. I now see that channel over here listed, and it'll go bold whenever there's new stuff in it. So I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions, then if you've got the hang of coming into Slack, you can ask the questions in Slack. If you can't, then just drop me an email at admin@saysomethingin.com.